Okay, so let's go through some questions on perimeter. The first question there is, find the length of a rectangle whose perimeter is 70 cm and breadth is 15 cm. So I'll suggest that the first thing to do anytime you see a question on perimeter or whatsoever in mathematics, you write out the formula that relates the question. So of course we know that perimeter P of a rectangle, because a rectangle is a plane and regular shape, so we know that two opposite sides must be equal and parallel. So the formula is 2 brackets L plus B, as we've already derived in the other part of this topic. So we'll now list out the data that was given to us in the question. So from the question, our perimeter P is equal to what? 70 cm. So the perimeter was given. The breadth B was given as what? 15 cm. And we asked to find what? The length L. So that's what we're looking for. So we're going to begin to substitute the values of that which was given in the formula, and then we get the other one there. So P, the perimeter is what? 70. So we put that 70 cm is equal to 2 brackets. We don't know the length, so we leave it as L, plus the breadth was given as what? 15. So that's what we have, 15 cm. Now we can solve this in many ways. We can first of all expand by opening the bracket, or we can just cancel 2 and 70 at the same time. So we have 2 times L, there is 2L, 2 times 15 is what? 30. Alright, so this should be 30 cm. So we collect like terms, right? So we have that 2L is equal to, so I'm going to move 30 the other side, so I have 70 cm minus 30 cm, because this was positive. When it's crossing the other side, it becomes what? Negative. So we have 2L equal to 70 minus 30 is what? 40 cm. So to get L, we divide both sides by the coefficient, which is 2. So we divide both sides by 2. So 2 will cancel 2 there. So we have L, which is the length, as 20 cm. 40 divided by 2 is what? 20 cm. So the length of this rectangle is 20 cm. But another way I could solve this is by dividing both sides. So I'll have 70 cm is equal to 2 brackets L plus 15 cm. So I'll just divide both sides by 2, because if you divide an equation with the same number, you divide both sides of the equation with the same number, it still remains balanced, right? So 2 is going to cancel 2 here. 70 over 2, 2 into 7 is 3, remainder 1, into 10 is what? 35 cm is equal to L plus 15 cm. Alright, so the length will have to be 35. Positive 15 crossing becomes negative 15, so that's 35 minus 15 is what? 20 cm. And then we have the answer. So either way, we still have the same result. So let's move over to the next one. Question number 2 there. The perimeter of a square room is what? 60 cm. What is the length of the room? So from the equation we derived in the previous video, perimeter of a square is given by what? 4L. So 4 times the length, since all the sides of a square are equal. So in this question, we are looking for the length. So the perimeter was given as 60 cm. So let's substitute the values. So for P, we have what? 60 cm is equal to 4L, since we don't know L. So to get value of L, we just divide both sides by the coefficient, which is 4. So 4 is going to cancel 4 there. We now have our length as 60 divided by 4. So 4 into itself is 1. 4 into 6 is 1, 1 remainder 2. So we have 20 now. 4 into 20 is what? 5. So the length of the square is what? 15 centimeter. So you see that if you know the formula, everything becomes very easy to simplify. Alright, let's go to the next question. Question number 3. Okay, question number 3, we have, find the circumference of a circle whose diameter is what? 3 whole number 1/2 meter. So the circumference. Recall that the circumference of a circle is the same as the perimeter of the circle. So we have the circumference C. The formula is what? Pi d. Remember, we have two formula, 2 pi r. So how do you decide which formula to use? Very simple. When you're given diameter, please, it will be better for you to use this formula, since you don't need to start getting the radius first, because if you must use the other formula, which is 2 pi r, you need to first of all get the radius, provided the radius was not given. But if the radius was given, you can then use 2 pi r. So depending on the value that was given you, if it's diameter, you can wish to use pi d. Then if it's radius, use 2 pi r. Nevertheless, whichever one you use, you're still going to get the same answer. So for this question, we use the both of them. So we have that the circumference is equal to, now when the value of pi is not given, recall that is always 22/7, times the diameter. So 3 whole number 1/2, let's write it as an improper fraction. We do 2 times 3, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So we have 7/2. Now you see that 7 can cancel 7 there, and then 2 into 22 will give us what? 11. So the circumference will be 11 meters, since the diameter was given to us were a meter. So always be careful to put your units. Alright, so that's the answer. However, let's try using the other formula. So let's say we wanted to use circumference is 2 pi r. So the circumference would be 2 times 22/7 times, remember the radius, recall the formula for radius is diameter divided by 2. So our diameter is 7/2, and then we divide 7/2 by 2 to get the radius. So let me do the equation now. We have 2 times 22/7 times 7/2. Anytime you're changing this division sign, because we need to change the division sign to multiplication sign, this is 2/1. So when we change division to multiplication, we flip 2/1, it becomes 1/2. So 7 can cancel 7 there. 2 into 22 is 11. 2 can cancel these 2. So we still have 11 meter as our answer. So regardless of the one you decide to use, you're still going to arrive at the same answer, provided that you keep your steps accurately. Alright, so let's solve question number 4. Determine the perimeter of the following shapes. So you see we have some shapes there. So question number 4a, that's a triangle, right? So recall we said that there is no definite formula to calculate the perimeter of a triangle. So we just add the side lengths that we are given. So from this point to this point, we have it as what? 10 cm. So we add to this point, we have another 10 cm. Then we have what? 7 cm. So that the answer will be 10 plus 10, which is 20, plus 7, 27 cm, and that's the answer. Alright, for the B part, we're just going to do the same thing. The distance from this point to this point is what? 5 cm plus 3 cm. We just go around the shape, plus 8 cm plus 9 cm. So whatever we get is our answer. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. So our answer is 25 cm. And that's our answer. Now, the C part, you're going to ask yourself, which shape is this? You discover that this is half a circle. So this shape is called a semicircle. So that's what it's called. This is a semicircle. So what do you think will be the formula? Recall that the circumference of a circle is what? 2 pi r, alright, or pi d. So a semicircle, which is half of a circle, so the circumference of a semicircle, so I will say C subscript S, will be what? Half the area of a circle. So depending on the one we want to use, whether using 2 pi r or pi d. So finally, circumference of a semicircle will be, now if you're using 2 pi r, you see that these 2 can cancel these 2. So the formula will be just pi r or half pi d. So take note of these two formulas. So remember, half a circle is called a semicircle, and then since the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, half of it would be pi r That's if you're using 2 pi r. But you can also use pi d, then you just have half pi d. Now, when we consider this question that was given, you discover that this line here, of course, is the diameter. So this is the diameter, right? So I think it would be wise for us to use pi d in this question. So since we're working with the diameter, which is 14, we're going to use circumference, all right, or perimeter. Circumference of the semicircle, we're going to use half pi d to simplify. So we have half times pi, which is 22/7, times the diameter, which is what? 14. So you see 7 into itself 1, 7 into 14 is 2 times. 2 into itself can cancel, then our final answer is just everything times 22, which is 22 centimeter. So that's the perimeter of that shape, which is a semicircle. So that is it. No matter how complex the question gets, once you know the formula, rectangle 2 bracket L plus B square 4L, and then circumference of the circle 2 pi r or pi d, while the semicircle is half the circumference of the circle, regardless of the formula you're using, you're always going to get the answer. So share this video with your friends. If you've not subscribed, do well to do that. Please, if you have any question, you can drop them in the comment section, and then I promise to go through them and give you feedback.